What is up, everyone? Just waiting for some more peeps to come on here. I'm eating dinner, clearly. This is like something I do on my Instagram live chat, so I figured might as well continue the tradition and do it on here as well. Ooh, we've got one person, yay. I've never done these before, so let me see. Oh, Nurse Cisco, yes, the vest. So if you guys have heard of the company Wear Figs, they're on Instagram. Well, they're on the internet, but like Instagram's kind of their main social media. I'm doing a review video for them, and they sent me this vest. So this is crazy. I've never done one of these before. It's kind of cool. Hello, Leah. I'm gonna try to like answer you guys' questions and just chit chat. I'm eating dinner at the same time, so excuse me. But this is like what I do, you know, on Instagram. We do this all the time. So if you guys watch my Instagram live chats, let me know. And yeah, because I recognize a lot of you guys. So hello, Jasmine, Hannah, Marshala. So someone asked what made me start a YouTube channel. Honestly, I started one over spring break like 2 years ago. In March it'll be 2 years, and I was just like bored and wanted to do something. And I was like, I was doing a ton of different videos, and I had one nursing video that was popular, and so then I just started doing nursing videos to kind of document my journey. And here we are 2 years later. Pretty crazy. So if you guys have questions or things you just want to chat about, let me know. Did anyone attend the NRSNG webinar tonight for test taking tips? And how was it? I was not able to. I was at the dog park with some friends, but I am eating, I'll show you kind of, breaded chicken. Sorry, my cat's in the way. Breaded chicken that I did, quinoa and some roasted veggies. It's potatoes and broccoli and tomatoes, which these little cherry tomatoes I throw on in the last few minutes in the oven. It's so good. And, oops, sorry, my cat's in the way. Fine, duh. So, how about y'all tell me what you're up to tonight on this beautiful, is it Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. I love quinoa too. This is rosemary olive oil quinoa. It's just from a box, but I have made regular quinoa as well. But this is really good. So, how's work going? Work's going good. Just, you know, working 3 days a week, which is nice. Having time off. You just had your first float on telemetry. Where are you floating from? So if I had to float from telemetry from the ICU, I would be like, oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure this chicken is cooked all the way. We'll see tomorrow if I'm throwing up. Just kidding. Kind of has a weird texture. It's really weird, actually. It should be done. It could be like 20 minutes. Anyway, sorry. Let's just eat it from the other side. Usually my chicken's like super tender. I just think it's like, I almost think I overdid it. Anyways, so what's everyone up to this night? Oh, sorry. Nurse Bass! Nurse Bass is on. Have I thought about medical school? Yes, and that answer is a no. I do not want to go to medical school. Okay. My cat is like right here, so if you guys are like, what is she waving at? So I have a video out on why I chose nursing and to not become a doctor. But basically, I wanted to be at the bedside. I like being hands-on. Also, there's other factors too. You know, I could do a 4-year degree and have a career afterwards, whereas to be a doctor, it's a lot more. Obviously, you make more, but also have to usually take out a little more money. I did nursing loan-free, so, you know, there's that. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions. Would I ever want to work in the ER? So, this is a great question. Yes and no. When I applied to the ICU, I applied for the ER and the ICU, and I got the job in the ICU first. So I accepted it. I really like the ER, but I like the sick people, and I think in the ICU, or in the ER, sorry. I really like ER, but I think I would get kind of tired of the people that are not really sick that come to the ER, that use it as like a non-emergency doctor's office, basically. So at least in the ICU, people are like typically like really sick. So I like that part of it a lot. Sorry, these questions keep going, like they pop up and then they go away. When do I not drink wine? Actually, I know it looks like I drink wine a lot, and maybe I do to some people, but I probably only drink it like twice a week, and I usually have like a glass, maybe two. So maybe that's a lot for some people. I feel like I just always share when I'm drinking wine, like on social media and like my Instagram stories and stuff. So it looks like I'm drinking a lot. But, you know, I don't usually drink a glass when I come home from work at night. Sometimes I do. But actually, maybe I do. Maybe I drink more like 3 times a week. Maybe I'm in denial. No, I'm just teasing. Say hi to you, Carrie. Hi, Carrie. What kind of wine am I drinking? I am drinking, this is called Holly's Way. It's from Postino's. I don't know if you guys have Postino's where you are, but they do $20 Border Bruschetta and bottle nights. And you get a bottle of wine and a Border Bruschetta for $20. And like, this is a $39 bottle of wine. Well, at Postino's, if you bought it for its full price, for $20 and a Border Bruschetta. So I was there last night with friends. Or one friend. Friends makes me sound like I'm so popular. I was there with one friend, and we had about a one. And this is the last glass of it. Sorry, so many questions here. Ah, move. Kitty. She wants my food. Once I'm done eating, this will not be as... There, now I'm kind of close. When does my husband come back home? I can't say the exact dates, but we are about 3/4 of the way done, I would say. If I had to go back to school, what would I do? I would do nurse practitioner, but I don't know when or if I want to go back to school. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Man, I don't like how the questions pop up, but then they like disappear unless I'm like holding my finger on here. So wait, let me do this. Oop. Oh, nope, it's mad. It's mad. It said rotate your device. I know. How many people are in the chat right now? I don't know. I can't see. It says 105, but I don't know if that's 105 people in the chat or 105 people who have come onto this live chat and like watched it. This is my first time doing this. Sorry this is so close, but if I put it back here, my cat keeps coming in front of the camera. So, I'm not about that life. Not today. See the question? Don't see. Move. 105 people are on this chat. Ooh, that is a lot of people. Okay. Ugh, you love my shirt. So this vest is from Wear Figs, and like honestly, I'm obsessed with it. I wore it yesterday, and then I washed it, and I'm wearing it again today because I'm just like that obsessed. But I know she wants to vlog. Is my husband a nurse too? No. And honestly, I'm glad. I think we would compete too much. We're both competitive people. What about CRNA? I do like CRNA, but I don't know if I don't know. I just don't know. We'll see. You know, like, I think it'd be great to further my education, but it's like, how long is it going to take me to do that? How much money? How long is it going to take me to recoup that money? You know, there's so many questions other than just like, you know, like further your education. Where can you get these vests? This vest is on Wear Figs website. Go to wearfigs.com. I am in Arizona. Man, I wish these questions would stay up. Does anyone know how to make these questions stay up? They keep like disappearing. I wonder if let's see. Show, nope, I don't know. Is my husband in the medical field? No, not at all. So, Kaylee asked how long she should wait to start applying to other facilities. She just had an interview at a facility, and which is awesome, by the way. I would just keep applying until you secure a job. To be honest, you might as well. You could always, if they contact you for an interview, say, sorry, I already accepted a position at another place. But at least you have the options, because if you don't get that job, then you're just like that many days or weeks behind because you were just in limbo waiting. Ooh. If you scroll up, it should stay where it is while still updating real time. So, like, the questions are, it's like, I see them in real time, but then they, like, disappear. So I keep having, like, you see my hand here? I keep having to, like, hold my finger on it, else they just disappear, which is annoying. You took the teas today, which is awesome. So many questions on here. I'm sorry I can't answer them all. So, can this be a weekly routine? Yes, I would love to start doing this more. I do a lot on my Instagram, my nursing Instagram, so go on there. All right, Millie Grande, I definitely have seen your question. I'm sorry, there are just so many people. On a scale of 1 to 20, how hard would I rate nursing school? Compared to what? So I feel like everyone's scale is different. You know, it's kind of like your pain scale. Everyone's pain scale is different. So I can't answer that. You know, I feel like there's always going to be things harder in life. Just like I feel like there's always situations in your life where you can be in more pain. I feel like I would never rate my pain a 10 out of 10. Because I'm like, well, I'm sure the pain has to be worse sometime. How long have I been a nurse? A year and a half. Since August 2015. Oh my gosh, so many questions. What's your favorite brand of scrubs? Non-sponsored. My favorite brand of scrubs right now is Barco ones, but I just got some Wear Fig scrubs, and they may be my new favorites. Seriously, like I haven't worn them to work yet, but they're so soft. I was like very much impressed. ICU patient ratio, 2 to 1 or 1 to 1, depending on how sick they are. If I wouldn't have been a nurse, what do you think I would have been? That's a great question. I'd consider doing music. I'd consider doing music therapy. I'd consider going to med school. Those are pretty much the top ones that I considered. So I plan on having kids, yes. Sorry, guys. Sorry, there's so many questions. It's hard to read them all. Has my YouTube channel conflicted with your job? That's another great question. No, it's actually been kind of, I don't want to say beneficial to my job, but like, I don't tell people about it right off the bat just because it's like kind of a strange thing to a lot of people. But everyone has kind of found out recently because after I did that video with the doctor, a lot of people found out about it. And a lot of people have been super supportive. Some people have wanted to start not a nursing channel, a YouTube channel themselves, and asking me for a lot of advice. So, which has been cool. So I think if anything, it's helped. You know, it's given me kind of I don't want to say a one up, but people are really interested in it. I work 3 shifts a week. No, Elia, yes, we do CRRT, and I want to get certified, but I have to be working a little longer. I'm trying though. I'm like, put me in the class. How far away do I think kids are in my future? I don't know. Honestly, like, it could happen anywhere within, like, the next, I don't want to say year, but, like, anywhere from in the next, like, 2 years to possibly, like, 4 or 5 years away. Just don't really know. There's lots of factors. Does nursing conflict with my social life, or is it a good balance? I think it's a great balance. I only work 3 days a week, so I have, 4 days off. How old am I? I am 22. 23 at the end of this month. Whoop, whoop. Almost my birthday. I know this is totally bad, but I love ranch. Making a healthy meal, kind of unhealthy, but it's cool. Thanks, Cole. Thanks for filling everyone in. What else do you know about me? I'm just kidding. When does hubby come home? I can't say on the internet, but we're about 3/4 of the way done with deployment. Have I considered getting another pup? Yes, but like not seriously, because like 2 is a lot and they're expensive. Like pets are expensive, and we don't have that big of a house, and we already have 2 cats and 2 dogs. And like it's like if one gets sick, you're dropping like $100, $200, $300 at the vet. It's just a lot. Hashtag February Baby Club. Yep. It's birthday month. Birthday month. How long have I been married? I've been married for 3 years in March. Yes, both my husband and I's families are close by, which is nice. So many questions. I wonder if these go on does this video publish? Does anyone know, like, once it's a live video, if it publishes on your actual YouTube channel? And do all these comments show? Yeah, Cole, I'm on to you. I know you're a stalker. I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. Taking NCLEX this month. Any advice on test anxiety, and how did you prep? I prepped by doing a ton of NCLEX questions. I also would recommend checking out NRSNG Academy. They have all the questions on there, and you can also reference all their other great materials. Test anxiety, that's hard, because I felt like I had a little of test anxiety, but not major, where some people have it. And so I feel like that's really a hard thing. I don't know, other than like just being prepared and having a good routine, you know? Because I feel like if you take out the stress and worry of like everything else in your life and can just focus on the test, like you have a solid routine, so you're not worrying about, you know, changing it up like the same day of a test. That's going to increase your anxiety. So we got married very young. I was a week into my 20-year-old age when we got married. Crazy, I know. You just started nursing school and honestly feel so lost and confused in clinicals. I'm worried I'm not going to be smart enough to learn how to think critically. Does this feeling go away? Yes, you will be so surprised at how much you know when you get out of nursing school, and how much you'll also be surprised at how much you don't know. But it's important to know what you know, and it's important to know what you don't know, because if you think you know everything, then you're a dangerous nurse. Honestly, people that don't ask questions are dangerous, and I worry about those people. But you'll get used to you just do it, honestly. Like it's like instinct almost, and you don't even realize it. And then there'll be times where you're also like, oh crap, like someone else will bring something up to you and you're like, oh, I should have thought of that. But that's just it's a learning curve, you know, just learning about everything. So one of my favorite TV shows, I like The Bachelor right now. I also just watched a really good documentary on Netflix called Tony Robbins, I'm Not Your Guru. And it was really, really good and motivational. I recommend you guys check it out. Where did I go to nursing school? Arizona State University. Is my cat drinking my wine? Did she? No, sometimes she does, but they're both like sitting right here. Like, they're like, when are we going to get food? And the dogs are tired because of the dog park. One's there and one's right there. So they're all tired. Have I specialized? I'm in the ICU, so I guess that's kind of specialized. I'm medical surgical. Do I like burritos? Duh, I like burritos. I like pretty much every single food, really. What's the scariest thing I've experienced during my career? That's a good question. I can't really I'm sure there's lots of things, but a few weeks ago, I gave a blood pressure med IV push because the patient's blood pressure was 200 over 110, and then within 30 seconds, it dropped to like 80 over, their blood pressure was like 80 over 40. And I was like, stop going lower. Please go up. It was fine. But I was just like, I went and got the doc. I'm like, this like dropped actually like way too quickly and way more than I anticipated. I was worried that maybe I gave it too fast. I don't know. Is nursing good for someone with ADHD who needs to be on their feet? I think it's good if you want to be on your feet. I mean, you usually are. Did I watch the Super Bowl? No, I was working. Trump. Someone, that's funny. Do I like to play video games? No, not really. Is doggy eating my food? No, but she's eating my food. And honestly, the chicken like wasn't that good. I'm kind of disappointed. No, it sounds bad. I'll probably end up throwing it away. Do I ever doubt myself? Yes. I think it's common to doubt yourself and wonder, am I doing the right thing? It's all about questioning yourself to make sure you are doing the right thing. What do I think of Grey's Anatomy? I loved Grey's Anatomy while I was in nursing school. I kind of stopped watching it after like I think 5 or 6 seasons. It's really hard for me to watch medical shows because I feel like they're just so fake unless it's like the real medical shows. But who do I think is going to win Nick's heart on The Bachelor? I don't know. Like, okay, so wait. I haven't seen this episode, so don't ruin anything. I haven't seen Monday's episode. I like Vanessa. I like what's the one? I hope no one takes offense to this, but the one black girl that he went on a date with, like in New Orleans. I forget her name. I really, really like her. I like that one NICU nurse, Danielle M, I think, but I don't know. I don't think she's going to win. I don't really see them together that much. At first I thought the other Danielle was like really good, but I was like, I don't know. Anyways, I know the show's so fake, guys, but like, if you like just think about how fake it is the whole time, it just ruins it. If you just like let yourself immerse into the fakeness, you'll love it. What med was it that I gave? It was low pressure. You hate Corinne on The Bachelor. I know, she bugs me. But like, you have to think they play it so much so that way if she's supposed to bug everyone and she's gonna be so famous. Like she'll be one that comes up back on Bachelor Paradise. You know who else I like, but I know she's like definitely like not. I shouldn't say I know. I haven't read any spoilers or anything. Is Alexis, the girl? She's like really funny. I see her coming back on Bachelor Paradise. The video won't load. It stops and freezes. Is it doing it for anyone else? Anyone else having issues? Do I remember both brand and generic names? Like, of all meds in general? You kind of learn them over time, but I don't know all of them. You know? You just kind of get to know the different names. How old am I? Where's Cole? Cole, update everyone. How old am I? Just kidding. Sorry, I'm reading questions. Do I not remember my patient's names and that's that okay? It kind of really depends on the patient and the day I have. If I'm like using their name a lot, then I remember. Like for example, if I have a patient I'm trying to like test their neurostatus and like they're like totally not with it and I'll say their name. Like for example, I'd be like Doug or whatever. Then like I'll get to know their name. But honestly, like I'll go home and I like won't really remember their name that well. I know it's bad. I try to be good about it. Like especially like if I'm introducing myself or I ask them like what they want to be called and things like that, but I like go home and I forget everything. Ever think that nursing would be a challenge before I started, considering all the science and big words? So that's a good question because I felt like going into nursing school it was going to be a piece of cake because I was always really good at school. Nursing school was challenging. Like I did really well, but it was definitely like a challenge for me. So I was surprised, so to speak, in that. But, you know, it's great. Do I exercise? Yes, I do. Cole, thank you for updating everyone. Yes, I exercise. So I work 3 days a week. So I don't exercise on those days because I'm so busy and just like, yeah. But I exercise probably 3 to 4 days, like on my days off. I usually try to take 1 day off where I just don't do like anything, but that doesn't always happen. Did I want to do nursing in high school? Yes. I knew my like junior year. Anyone who's watching this right now, you should give this video a thumbs up, and we should see how fast it like the thumbs up goes up because it's at 27. But y'all should just go like it right now so we can just watch it. Like, there's 114 of you. There we go. See? Good job, guys. Keep thumbsing it up. There we go. Y'all are my favorites. It's so funny like watching it go up. What are my thoughts on getting into debt for nursing school? I think every situation depends, honestly. Some people have to and some people don't. And you just got to do what's right for you. You got to weigh the benefits and the risks and the pros and the cons. And, just decide if it is right for you. Like, what else, like also then decide like, well, what else am I going to do? Is that route better or not better? Look at all those likes. Good job, people. There's still like a bunch of you that didn't like this video. So keep liking it. There's 120 of you on here. We should be at least 120. How long after nursing school did I get a job offer? I actually kind of had a job set up before I graduated nursing school. So, but I didn't actually get the job offer till like a week after I passed the NCLEX, which I passed the NCLEX like 2 weeks after I graduated. So I started working less than a month after I graduated nursing school, which was very quick compared to a lot of people. Did I apply for nursing jobs while I was in nursing school? Yes. That was in a rural area because I graduated from Arizona State and I moved up to Washington right away, like literally like 2 days after I graduated. And I had to, it was a small area, so there's literally like 2 hospitals that I could apply to, and they're both super small. Is going to an Ivy League school for nursing worth it? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it looks good, but I don't think it's necessary. There's people that go to community colleges that get nursing jobs that are fantastic nurses, and nothing against community colleges. That's just what happens. We're at 99 likes. Who's going to be the 100 like? Come on, guys. What part of Washington? I was in Whidbey Island. Or on Whidbey Island. This wine is so good. Seriously, I used to just drink reds, and I've been branching out and drinking whites. And it's like so good. You heard of California travel nurses make $70 an hour. Yes, they do make a lot of money. I am drinking Holly's Way from Postino's. For those of you who heard my Postino story. And oh my gosh, 111 likes. Good job, guys. I'm proud of you. You were the 24th like. Good job, Lillian. Way to get in there early. Let's see. What are some things I would have wished to know before starting my nursing journey? Honestly, like, just learning, like, I was so naive. I was so naive and innocent to, like, what really goes on in this world. And not that I don't wish I would have known anything, I guess, before starting my nursing journey, because it just is what it is, and it's water under the bridge. But, you know, I guess I didn't really answer your question, but I was just, like, so shocked when I started nursing, like, the kind of people that are in this world, and, like, how sick some people are, and, like, what people do to themselves, and just, like, crazy stories. But I love it. Have I watched The Baby Bachelor? Yes, I have. Am I married? Yes. Lillian, you did get a shout out. Now you got 2 shout outs. Space Nurse. I honestly never heard of that. Like, I have no idea. That sounds interesting, but... I should ask you guys questions, because you guys are asking me questions. So how about everyone tells me how old you guys are? We'll start with that. Tell me how old you guys are. And I'm just going to sit here and drink my wine and wait for all of your little things. Oh, my comments are staying all of a sudden. That's kind of interesting. 15, 19, 26, 17, 18, 35, 21, 20, 26, 17, 26, 21, 16, 19, 27, 16, 41, 18, 29. Sounds like I'm saying my social security. 9! Oh my goodness. 9? Oh my gosh. I didn't realize I had such young people on here. That's awesome. I better behave. Just kidding. Um, 78? I think you're BSing me. I try to look at your picture to see how old you can't tell. Wow, this is crazy. Your boyfriend's in the wine business? Oh my gosh. Drinking wine in front of 9-year-olds. Sorry, guys. Don't drink till you're 21. Okay, so now that everyone told me their age, silence? Just kidding. Let's see. What are your goals? Okay, but let me answer this first before you start, or let me elaborate. Do you want to be a nurse? Do you want to be a doctor? And if you already are a nurse, what are your goals for like what type of nurse you want to be? If that makes sense. Ready? Go. Trauma, maternity, neonatal, NICU. You want to be a PA, CVICU, OB. That's awesome. CRNA, surgical nurse, LPN, going to RN. Wow. Isn't that the like amazing part of being a nurse is that there's so many routes you can take. Honestly, there's so many routes. This is crazy. Any kind of nurse. Okay, so now reverse that question. What type of nurse, or like for those of you who said you are a nurse or want to be a nurse, what type of nurse do you absolutely not want to be? Like that you for sure are like, no, I'm not doing that. Anything? I guess it's going to be kind of hard to tell when people stop answering my question about, oh, you never want to be wound nurse? That's funny. Mental health, I'm with you there. Psych. A lot of ERs. I didn't realize a lot of people don't want to do ER, ICU. Psych. Yes, psych. That'd be mine. I don't want to do psych. This is crazy. Okay, so let's see. What is your guys' favorite dessert? My favorite dessert is, I love dessert. I'm such a sweet person. I'm such a like dessert lover, but like on any night I could have cheesecake. But I also love ice cream. I would say ice cream and cheesecake are probably my favorites. Like I love pie. I do like cake. I like cookies and things like that. I'm not a huge candy person. You know, like I don't just like, go out and buy a candy bar or anything like that. But cheesecake, especially Cheesecake Factory's cheesecake. Oh my gosh. I just like talking about it. I'm like, I need some in my life. And then like, what was I gonna say? So I more like chocolatey desserts and things like that versus like fruity desserts. You know what I mean? I mean, I do like fruity desserts. I'm not saying I wouldn't have a fruity dessert, but like I definitely prefer like chocolate, peanut butter, caramel, things like that. So, Cheesecake Factory's cheesecake. Oh my gosh. Someone disliked this video? I can't see the dislikes, so if you haven't liked it yet, you guys should go like. We have more likes than people watching, which is kind of cool. So, what was I going to say? My favorite type of cheesecake is, like, I love the Oreo one or anything, like, peanut buttery, like Reese's. Oh, my gosh, just talking about it. Okay, so now, what's the next question I should ask you guys? Where are you right now? Like, not like what state or what city, but like, are you sitting in a chair? Are you on the floor? Are you in your room? Are you at Starbucks? Where are you? Phoenix! You're in hell. I'm sorry. Home, bed, Alabama, in bed. In your room, bed, desk, couch, bed. Wow, lots of people are in their beds. I should be in bed. What am I doing? No, honestly, after this, I'm going to probably take a bath And I've got Ben and Jerry's ice cream to eat, and I'm gonna watch The Bachelor. So I've been getting Ben and Jerry's ice cream at the store, and it's a little bit more pricey, but I don't eat as much of it, and it's so good. So I have their Cherry Garcia, which is the first time I tried it, which is funny because, you know, I said I don't really like fruity desserts, but it's not really fruity. It's more like, I don't know. It's so good. So good. All right. Let me ask you guys one more question, and then I'll answer some of your guys' questions, and then we'll call it a deal. Cherry Garcia, yes. Oh my gosh. I feel like that's like a name, like someone's name. Cherry Garcia. Cherry Garcia is my friend. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think of creative questions. What's your biggest life fear? What do you fear the most in life? If anything, do you fear anything in life? I would say I probably fear losing a loved one. Like, I don't fear, just because, like, you have so much emotional attachment to certain people in your life, and, like, to see, like, I see this on a daily basis, like, people losing their loved ones, but, like, for me to go through personally, I just couldn't imagine. So, dying alone, dying. See, dying doesn't scare me. Like, if I died right this second, I wouldn't be affected by it. Other people would be, which I know sounds terrible, but being put to sleep. Courtney, I'm coming for you. I'm just kidding. Divorce, calculus. I like it. Chemistry. It's funny. It's funny, like, the different, like, perspectives people have. You know what I mean? Ooh, questions going away. My loved ones would be sad, yes. But, like, so I had another, she's actually an RT at my work prison. Marshall, good, just behave. Nothing will happen. What was I saying before this? Okay, I like totally don't even remember. Oh, about my loved ones being sad. Oh, and then, okay, so an RT that I worked with was saying how death isn't hard for the patients. It's hard for their families and their loved ones and the people that care about them. And it's so true. Like, patients know when they're ready to die. They really do. It's amazing. But it's harder for the families. A lot of times the families hold on. You're too pretty for jail. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll answer a few more of your guys' questions, and then we'll call it a night and move on with our lives, I guess. How about we'll answer 5 more? I'll answer 5 more questions. So everyone ask your questions. One thing that you want to know, write a book. I've thought about it, but I have so many things going on in my life. I'm working on so many things for YouTube and nursing and everything else. It's just a lot. Actually, while everyone's asking questions, I want to tell you guys something exciting. I guess some of you may think it's exciting, some of you may not, is that my husband and I are starting to get backpacking gear and stuff because we really want to go backpacking and, like, start that as a hobby because we love hiking and stuff like that. Is our cafeteria food good? That's question number 1. I've seen this one come up a few times. Yes, actually, the hospital that I'm at has a huge cafeteria. We have a grill. We have a deli. There's, like, a salad bar. There's a pizza pasta area. There's a Mexican area. And then there's also, like, a ton of just snacks and little quick things that, like, you can go and grab that are, like, already pre-made or things like that. And, like, on every Thursday we have a hummus bar, which is really good. I mean, there's yogurts, chips, tons of things, and it's really, really good and pretty healthy if you eat correctly, obviously. Like, if you just go and get chicken nuggets, that's not that great. But okay, I'm reading questions. I want to answer ones that a lot of people are asking, so I can kind of how to ask a nurse coworker for help. I like this. So actually, when I started working in the ICU, I told my preceptor, I was like, you know, because it's so easy. Like, I have my preceptor there. I can just ask her, hey, can you help me clean up this patient or turn them or do this or do that? And I feel bad, like, when I'm off orientation, how am I going to possibly, like, ask other people to help me? Like, what if you have a patient that is needing a lot of two-person assistance, and, you know, you asking your neighbors, like, meaning the nurses next to your left or right, and, like, I feel bad. She's like, just think of it this way. There's going to be days that you need your neighbor or your buddy nurse a lot more than they need you. And there's going to be days where your buddy nurse needs you a lot more than you need them. And it just all works out. Like, you just, you know, are going to be there for them. So, honestly, like, when I ask my coworkers, I just am usually like, I'm not like, hey, I need you right now. Unless I, like, really did need them right now. I'm like, hey, when do you get a second? I need to help turn this patient. Would you mind helping me? Like, I make it, you know, like, at their convenience. I'm not like, hey, come here right now, unless it's an emergency, obviously. Then I'll be like, okay, come here right now. Like, the other day I had a patient whose NG tube started to come out, and, like, the tape had fallen off, and I needed a new tape thing, but I didn't want to leave the room because they were not with it enough to, like, hold still, and I was worried it was going to come out. And so I called on my little Vocera, my little, like, walkie-talkie thing, the nurse that was next to me, and I was like, hey, could you bring me, we call them, what do we call them? Like, they call them NG tube stat locks, which is so weird to me, but whatever. So I was like, hey, can you bring me the NG tube, like, securement thing, like, kind of soon, because my patient's NG tube's almost falling out, and I'm just stuck in here. And he brought it to me right away, but it was fine. Sorry, reading through questions. So that was 2 questions. We've got 3 more. Reading all your questions. I'm not, like, ignoring questions. I just want to pick ones that people ask a lot or that, like, really appeal to me. Not that your questions don't, but do I recommend a career in nursing for someone who moves often? Your husband's also in the Navy and you're considering nursing school. Honestly, yes. It is so, I don't want to say so flexible, but, like, it's so easy to work somewhere for 2 years and then you can just go apply to another place, or you can even do travel nursing or things like that. So it's, you know, you're always going to have a job. There's always going to be a military hospital wherever you go. So, you know, you're going to have that, and then you usually get first priority for getting hired there as well. So absolutely, it's a great career for when you're moving around. I'm, like, so tired. It's probably the wine. Do you become desensitized to blood, etc. over time? For me, I never was really sensitive to these things, but I would say over time they just don't faze me that much anymore. Like, I never was, like, grossed out, like, throwing up or gagging or anything like that. But over time, you just, like, you don't even realize, like, you can, like, literally be eating a sandwich and watching someone throw up at the same time. You're just like, it's not a big deal. So you do become desensitized, but I already kind of was desensitized, if that makes sense. So travel nurses. Travel nurses travel and nurse. I like that, Rowan. So basically, travel nursing, you could either be a travel nurse in just your local area, it just depends, or you could travel all over the world. But basically, you'll be contracted with a company who then gets you contracts with other hospitals, and they're usually like 3-month-long commitments, or 13-week, 14-week, 12-week. Some of them are 6 months, and, you know, depending on the company or what hospital you're working for, you'll definitely get paid more than what you would if you were just hired, like, as a core staff member there. And you usually get a stipend for living and things like that. So you definitely make more money doing that. However, you only have that securement of a job for a couple months, and then you got to find a new one, and you're moving around a lot potentially. But I mean, you could do travel nursing just in your area. Like, I'm in the Phoenix area, and there's tons of hospitals. I could totally do a travel job and just work somewhere for like 3 months at a time. But that's not really what appeals to me at this point in my life. I really like being a part of a job. And also, travel nurses get called off usually first, compared to, like, other nurses, or you'll get floated first because you're not core staff. So even if you're an ICU travel nurse, you could still end up going and working a telemetry floor like 80% of your shifts, and I've seen that happen. You get called off first because you're the most expensive. They're paying you more, and so if they call you off, they're saving more money than if they called off a general nurse. So just some things to consider. It really depends on the area you're in, so look into that. But it's a great thing, and I've definitely considered it down the road, but at this point in my life, I need more experience to do it. You can't just become a travel nurse right off the bat as a new grad. You need to like get some experience in a certain field, and then you can become a travel nurse. So look at Ivy. She's like, Mom, can you pay attention to me? Pay attention to me. Okay. She's like, it's time to go, Mom. Anyways, so yeah, that is this live chat. Thank you guys for watching. We'll definitely have to do more of these. I'll try to plan on doing more. I do a ton of live chats on my Instagram stories and stuff like that. So go follow my nursing Instagram, Ashley Adkins RN, and you'll get notifications when I do chats on there, because these I think publish on my actual YouTube channel, which is fine, but I can't like do these like twice a day. Like it would clutter up my YouTube channel. But definitely want to do these maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, and then I do a ton on my nursing Instagram, so go follow that. But thank you guys for watching, and if you aren't, well, actually you have to be subscribed to watch this, I think, but make sure you're subscribed. Give it this video a thumbs up really quick before you go, so that way you can, I don't know, give it a thumbs up or whatever. There we go, more thumbs up. Lots of thumbs up. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next live chat.